This 5 morning habits that age you faster. Waking up at 5 a.m. to crush a high-intensity workout on an empty stomach might be the very thing accelerating your biological clock. We've been told that the grind is the ultimate path to longevity, but your internal machinery sees it as a coordinated state of emergency. Your body doesn't care about your productivity goals. It cares about survival. When you force high-level output before your systems have properly come online, you aren't winning the day. You are signaling to your cells that resources are scarce and the environment is hostile. This triggers a specific survival cascade that prioritizes immediate energy over long-term repair, essentially spending your biological inheritance to pay for a morning ego boost. Most of us are living in a body designed for the Pleistocene, navigating a world built for the digital age. This is where the friction begins. Our ancestors didn't wake up to a 75 decibel alarm and immediately check a glowing rectangle that simulated 1,000 social interactions. In the wild, a sudden spike in heart rate and light at dawn meant one of two things. Something was hunting us, or we were hunting something. Today, your morning habits are mimicking a predator-prey state 365 days a year. When you keep the survival switch flipped to the on position, your body stops investing in cellular cleanup, the process known as autophagy, and starts diverting all power to the engines. If you never turn that switch off, you aren't just getting tired, you are physically wearing out the hardware. Let's look at the first major offender, the cortisol cooldown. Naturally, your body produces a surge of cortisol about 30 minutes after you wake up. This is a good thing. It's your internal alarm clock. But when you reach for a cup of coffee the second your eyes open, you are effectively pouring gasoline on a fire that's already burning. Your system sees this massive artificial spike and decides it doesn't need to produce its own energy anymore. Over time, the insulin circuit and the adrenal glands become desensitized. You become a person who is tired but wired. While you feel caffeinated, your cells are actually screaming for rest. And because the cortisol is so high, your body refuses to enter a state of deep repair. Then there's the artificial dawn. We are the first generation of humans to experience high-intensity blue light before we experience the sun. When that blue light hits your retinas at 6 a.m., it tells your brain that it is midday. This creates a massive circadian mismatch. Your brain thinks it's noon, but your digestive system and liver are still in night mode. This creates internal inflammation, a biological friction that generates free radicals. These are the tiny molecules that act like rust on your DNA. If you want to see what this looks like, imagine a stick figure trying to run a marathon while his legs are still encased in stone. That is what your mitochondria feel like when you force them into action under artificial light. Habit number 3 is the liquid glucose trap. Even healthy morning smoothies or flavored creamers trigger a massive insulin response during a window where your body is naturally more insulin resistant. When insulin is high, the aging hormone stays active, and your growth hormones, the ones responsible for skin elasticity and muscle repair, are suppressed. You are essentially telling your body to store and age rather than repair and renew. Next, we have cognitive flooding. Checking your phone immediately upon waking forces your brain to jump from a relaxed alpha state straight into a high-stress beta state. You are reacting to the world before you have even centered yourself in your own body. This creates a baseline of microstress that persists for the next 16 hours, keeping your nervous system in a state of low-level fight or flight. Finally, there is the sedentary seal. Most people spend their first 3 hours awake sitting, at a breakfast table, in a car, or at a desk. This stagnation tells your lymphatic system to stay dormant. Since your lymph doesn't have a pump like your heart, It relies on movement. Without that morning flush, the metabolic waste from the night before just sits there, bathing your cells in yesterday's trash. If you want to stop the clock, you have to adopt the lazy morning protocol. It sounds counterintuitive, but the most effective thing you can do for your longevity is to do nothing for the first 15 minutes. No light, no caffeine, no scrolling. Just exist. Open a window and let natural, low-angle light hit your eyes. This sets a timer in your brain that tells your body exactly when to start the repair process 16 hours later. It's a simple shift from emergency mode to maintenance mode. By delaying your caffeine by 90 minutes and moving your body for just 5 minutes in natural light, you rewrite the instructions you're giving to your cells. You stop being a victim of modern convenience and start honoring the ancient logic of your biology. Your body is a masterpiece of engineering. Stop treating it like a machine that needs to be jump-started. Start treating it like a system that needs to be synced.